What's up, Rusty Grit family? Back with another video.
I'm happy to see y'all and I hope everybody's having an amazing day. So on the agenda today, I'm gonna mill my first ever log up here. I'm super excited for that. In no time, we'll have some freshly cut boards up here to use. And I got some really good construction plastic and I'm gonna go around to all these windows and cover them up. You know, with winter coming and all these critters around here, we gotta get every little nook and cranny sealed up. And you know how I've preached and preached about being safe and I didn't wanna be up on a big ladder here by myself. I actually got my buddy here. He's a little camera shy and he has a hurt wrist, so he won't be doing much, but just know I have somebody in the shadows looking after me, because you really should never be operating chainsaws or up on tall ladders and be by yourself, especially up in the woods with no service. Also, a quick little side note about the channel. I just want to continue to get better and better, and that includes the production and just being more professional. We're going to be a little bit more consistent. Every Thursday at 11 o'clock is when I'm going to drop a video, so it just won't be as random when I make videos. Every week, Thursdays at 11. Mark it down. So yeah, I'm excited to get some things done today. You know, we just went through a time change and it's starting to get dark around here around like 6:30. So we better get at it. And these are the old photo finds that I found in this house, in my great-grandma's house. And speaking of my great-grandma, that's her as a little girl with her mom. So that's my great-grandmother and my great-great-grandmother. And they're standing in front of the old house. It's definitely old school, you can say that. This photo was taken in the 1920s. I just love how these old school little photo albums look. But this is my great-grandma when she's a young woman. I think she just looks super pretty right here. Man, these photos are a real treasure. And here's another one of my great-grandma being kind of silly. She's just chilling on a rock wall, smiling, enjoying the day. So this one's really cool right here. This is my great-great-grandmother when she's younger. She's got a pretty necklace on. I can't tell if she had super short hair or if her hair's pulled back. It's crazy how these photos are like 100 years old and I can still kind of see myself in them. Genetics are pretty wild. And this is a picture of my great-grandma when she's all grown up. Looking as professional as ever, that's for sure. I was always told she was pretty smart, had a good head on her shoulders. And last but not least, this is my great-great-grandma when she's a grandma. I'm not quite sure who the gentleman is because there's only one name on the back of the picture. But I thought it was kind of funny she still has the short hair kind of look. And fun fact, she was born and raised in this house and lived in it her entire life. Man, it went from freezing cold last week to pretty blue skies and almost 60 today. We had to whip out the big boy ladder over there. We got everything we need right here. Shout out to Mama Grit. She got me an early gift for my birthday because she knew that I was gonna need it today. So nothing to it but to do it. Holy smokes, that was a workout. I got your boy sweating a little bit, but we got it done. There we go, check that out. We got that good plastic cover in it. That should definitely keep the water out. We got them all covered up, that's for sure. It's actually starting to look like a little job site now. That's 1000% gonna help with the water and keeping animals out. There really is a good amount of windows on this house. I covered up that one. Most of these windows back here are in pretty good shape. They'll still need to be replaced, but I just mean keeping stuff out and pretty much fully covered. Then we got this little guy. He didn't need plastic. It's the strongest window in the house. So on to the next thing. So if you tuned into my previous videos, I've been setting myself up to mill some wood up here. And I went with log number 3. Told everybody to leave it in the comments which one you would think would be the best log, and I had number 1, 2, and 3. And I agree with you. I think 3 is the straightest and it's going to be the easiest to work with. We're going to shorten this down and I'm going to do my best to get it out of here. You know, doors are in between 6 and 7 foot, especially with the older houses. They're a little bit shorter. I have a winch on my UTV and this is all new. I've never used this winch. I never milled a log, you know, so I'm just excited. So I'm glad that y'all are with me, experiencing it. So let's go do it. Yes, but first let's get into the right gear. That's better. Now we're ready to cut some trees. All right, hopefully this works. Wish me luck. Heck yeah, there was like resistance. It was like pulling the UTV towards it, but we got a little running head start and we got it over here. Now I'm just trying to maneuver it over here so I can get it level. Well, I got it pretty daggone close, and now we're just gonna have to muscle it up there. But that's what we got these bad boys for. Whew. Well, we got it over here. I know this bad boy looks heavy, but I promise you it's even heavier than it looks. But alright, let's get our setup going. Alright, just to tell you what I'm doing real quick. That ladder is made for the first cut, so I can go over it and get a nice level cut. We're working with what we got. Unfortunately, that ladder's super long, and I tried to balance it out the best I can, and I went through and I screwed it on the top of the tree. Not too deep though, because we're coming under it with the chainsaw. We don't want to hit those screws with the chainsaw. Yeah, so this is all just a learning experience. I'll get better and better as I go. All right, well, I got it all set up. I got my little mill attached to my saw. I got my ladder screwed on. And now we're just gonna go for it. It's definitely not perfect, but we got our first cut. To be honest, I went a little bit too deep on the first cut. You know, it's a learning experience, but this is so cool, man. I picked a heck of a first tree to mill. I just did it because it was convenient and it was right next to the house. And I figured oak doors would look so good on the house. But this is a really hard wood. Like compared to pine or something like that, my chainsaw would cut through it way easier. So you probably saw in the time lapse, it took me a good little bit just to get through this tree. But man, we'll get some boards cut up. I got my planer and we'll run it through there and we'll smooth them out. We'll have some fresh boards in no time. Tell me this wouldn't be like a perfect bench though somewhere. Maybe down in the garden or in the pastures. Man, it just puts a smile on my face that I manifested it and we're making it happen. Using the stuff around us just like my family would. Like I said, it gets dark by like 6 o'clock here now. So I'm gonna try to cut one good board out of this just to get a taste of the basics and like a general understanding of it. Like I said, this is my first time ever doing this. So slow and steady, hopefully I become a master of it. Yes, we got it done. It's snowing, it's snowing. Oh yeah. Well, this is my first ever slab and I'm proud of her, that's for sure. And of course it's not like super smooth, but that's what I got the planer for. I should be able to get at least 2 good boards out of this. Man, I really am proud of this. You know, if there's any wood connoisseurs out there, let me know what you think. Whether it's a good piece, bad piece. You know, you can't hurt my feelings. Honestly, just curious what you think. But mission complete, the first of many. Yeah, the old tree about took out the old house and it was a bit of a nuisance blocking up the driveway. But man, we turned a disaster into some nice resources up here. And just like that, we got her in her new home. I can't wait to cut some more boards. But yeah, I have a feeling that my new hobby is going to be milling wood with my chainsaw. Because it definitely takes a little time each cut, but hey, I'm happy to do it. I felt like a kid in a candy shop. I've never had such a big smile the entire time I've been using that chainsaw, just waiting to get this piece of wood. I can't wait to get some more boards up here, then get a fire going, and next thing you know, we'll be building with them. I'd say that was a heck of a day. I was blessed enough to have my buddy come up here and keep an eye on me. We covered up all the windows, hopefully keep some critters out and some water. And we milled our first board and hung it on the drying rack. What a day. I was definitely blessed today. On top of that, it was just absolutely beautiful today. I just want to take a quick second and thank the people who have blessed me on my Amazon wish list. We have Eric with the Carhartt Union suit. If you've seen my previous videos, I have my red one that I wear a lot, but now I got a black one. We have Dustin with the Carhartt gloves and the insulated face mask. We have Janice with the LED camera light and camera mount arm. We have William with the welding hood. We have Michelle with the drill bits, the fatty meat sticks, the LED lights, and the hand warmers. Also, thank you Charlene for the donation on PayPal. I could never thank y'all enough for helping me out. Just know I'm incredibly grateful. Also, let's welcome the new supporter membership members. We have Angela, Jules rejoin, Eve, Mary, Maria, Sydney rejoin, and Robert. It goes so far. Thank you so much for supporting me. Well, that's another day worth of work in the books. Consistency, that's all that matters. I'm just gonna keep on showing up and doing my best. That's all anybody can ask for. So hopefully I inspired you to get a little something done today. There's nothing to it but to do it. I can't wait to see y'all till next time. I'll be thinking about you. See you, Rustic Grit family.